Fan, short for fanatic, is the one who's screaming their lungs out in sub-0 degree temperatures, still believing when the chips are down, and never, ever giving up on their teams or their players. From the closest seat to the worst one, we want to meet you all. This is the American Fan.
What's going on, sports fans? I'm Josh Williams, and I'm back with another episode of the American Fan 365 podcast. I am, of course, joined by the lady in green, Miss Front Row Rosine. How you doing, Ro?
Listen, gold is for the honeys and green is for the money. I am doing fabulous.
All right.
Happy Monday. Happy Juneteenth.
Happy Juneteenth to everyone. Happy Father's Day to those of you that celebrate. Happy Father's Day to those of you that might be mothers. And happy Father's Day to those of you that actually might be,
or have zaddies.
See, you went that way. Let me go ahead and bring in the bearded one in the back. George, how you doing today?
Phenomenal. Thank you. I own a lot of pets, so yesterday was very important to me.
See?
What gifts did they give you?
Love and affection. That's all they ever need to give me.
That's beautiful. That's
No,
good.
it's not.
It's kind of sappy.
That's not
as shit.
beautiful.
If I'm supporting somebody, I'm kidding.
That dog better be making me a treat.
I better come home to paw prints on a card.
Something, bro.
He's making you a treat, all right.
But you're gonna have to clean up.
I was about to
later.
say one that you're gonna clean, but yeah. So how are you doing today, bro? You know how I'm doing, and I'm just holding on. So how are you doing?
I know. I feel you had one of those weekends. We had a fun Saturday, though, right?
Saturday was good. Got together and got some things hashed out. It's always good.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was a chill weekend. It was, listen, I mean, when the finals are done, Stanley Cup finals are over, it's like I'm excited because I can finally start thinking about football. I need a break because I don't have the emotional bandwidth for a minute. I just need to calm down. But it's good. I mean, I'm excited. There's a lot of things happening for this city.
Yep.
That we'll talk about. But all in all, chill, happy, blessed, filled with gratitude.
I'm glad you had a good Saturday. My Saturday was good until a young Noah T-boned me on my way home, like 5 seconds from my house.
Left side or right side? What happened?
Driver's side. I'm just driving. We driving. Bang. I'm so sorry, bro. I'm so sorry. Man, come on, dog. Like, so now I gotta deal with all the legal stuff and all that stuff again. So shout out to the Hartford, because they're gonna give me a bag is what's gonna happen. I probably shouldn't say that on wax, but it is what it is. So
I'm sorry that happened to you. That sucks.
I mean, it happened like it was right after all the greatness. We had a great, talking about the show, talking about the summer schedule and everything, and then that happened. So, but George, how was your weekend?
It was very fun, filled with family. Loved watching a late U.S. Open. It was interesting. Like, for East Coast people, that had to feel weird. Like, you're eating dinner Sunday night, and there's still like 3 holes left. It's 10 o'clock at night.
I didn't like that.
I liked it for us, but I do think it's like, bro. I mean, I know the sun doesn't go down till 7, but let's maybe start a little earlier.
It's dark. We'll talk about that. But I mean, it's dark, and golf isn't a game where you need shadows.
Wait a second.
Sure.
And wait. We have pitch clocks now to speed up the game of baseball, but these golfers can take their time, and it's fine.
No. Golf can be. You'll get put on the clock. You know what I mean? It happens. Not as much as George would like, or Brooks Koepka, but
start blasting.
But I mean,
like
you will get put on the clock if your pairing is running.
I understand that. It's ironic.
Yeah, that's fair. They pick and choose their battles, as they say. Before we start, I have to just take a second because you guys know that I wear jerseys every episode, and I just want to talk about this jersey for 1 second. So. This is my brother's jersey. It's Jerome Williams' jersey. Shout out to my brother. Happy Father's Day to him and all, my dad and all the other dads out there. But this jersey changed my life. It didn't change just my brother's life, but it changed mine. This whole version of reality, George, Roe, this studio for me, none of this exists without this jersey. And, and I want to thank, John Thompson and Allen Iverson and just everything that goes into what those 2 years were for my family. My brother went to Georgetown. I was 9 years old when he got to Georgetown. And, it's a totally different life, without this jersey. So I don't have a personal connection usually. I mean, obviously, if I wear my brother's other jerseys, obviously I have a personal connection, but none of that happens without this one. So
I actually have a gripe.
All that for a gripe?
No, I'm gonna say that. I mean, very few of us in this. Well, I'm not clearly a professional athlete. Well, it depends on who you ask, But I was gonna say, I hate that so many people don't have that experience. I mean, I love that and just a tribute that you gave to your brother is so beautiful. And the fact that it inspired you to keep that legacy going on, maybe not in the physical aspect, but in the way that you recall stories, the history that you can share with everybody watching us now. But the gripe is not at all with your story. I think it's a beautiful one. It's with Mr. Allen Iverson, who's my second favorite all-time player that ever played the game. In my mind, I mean, if Allen Iverson was 6'5", forget it, right? But I mean, considering his size, shooting guard, point guard position, and what he did when he had grown men shaking. So Josh actually surprised me with the opportunity to meet Allen Iverson. Again, Josh's brother Jerome went to Georgetown with AI. And I was very excited. And I met him with Al Harrington and Steven Jackson at a local dispensary. We waited forever. I mean, we weren't in Gen Pop, right? We weren't waiting with Gen Pop, but we were inside. We were inside. And when we did meet him and I spoke to him, he is such an amazing guy. He was so nice. And their photographer took a picture, which I've been scrambling to find now for a month and a half.
It's been a month. It's been 45 days. Legit 45.
And they were, promoting their Viola brand cannabis from a local dispensary. And I would love to actually get that picture because a story ain't enough.
Ro has been begging and pleading and stomping her feet.
Not begging and pleading. I've been asking for what's rightfully mine.
She wants name, image, likeness. She wants her likeness to me.
Listen, my old boss gave me one of the best pieces of advice I'll ever get, and it's the squeaky wheel gets the oil. If you don't speak up.
You right. It ain't. I promise you that picture is not going to just appear in our inbox. I can tell you that.
Try misconnections on Craigslist, possibly.
Oh my God! I haven't used that or seen that in so many years.
And maybe it's worth $5.
What do you mean use that?
Hey, listen.
I don't even actually.
There's a moment where it's like she was at Starbucks.
Bro, I will tell you about my Craigslist experience. We found a guest for the Sticky podcast on Craigslist one day.
Oh.
I'll send you that episode. The dude was a homeless sexual, meaning he was just going around staying with broads, and in form of rent, he was just banging them.
Lay that pipe, bro.
And he would
lay
give
that
him,
pipe.
He was a homeless sexual.
His parting gift was herpes and bed bugs.
Not bed bugs.
We got rid of that couch. We had to get rid of that couch.
So much. George, and I hate you for that being an episode, but that actually, that is an intriguing episode. I will give you that. A homeless sexual.
It was good.
Well, that's a great segue to start our show. Let's start off in the NBA. Ja Morant officially has been given a 25-game suspension by Adam Silver. I know that we had talked about this before on previous episodes, talked about him possibly missing half the season, him missing, the full season. Ro thought he was going to miss the full season. I was not disagreeing. Do you think 25 was right, fair or foul?
Foul. And I'm going to tell you why. I will say this to start off with. I think Ja is very important to the game of basketball. I think he's very important to the NBA. I I hate it when I hear people, and we've talked about this on the show before, say, oh, he's young. He makes mistakes. He's young. You know who else is really young when they came into the league? It was Kobe. It was LeBron. It was Kevin Garnett. It was a handful of players.
Tracy McGrady, Al Harrington, Jermaine O'Neal. There's plenty of guys that came in the league and kept their nose clean. I will say, but I'm going to let you go. The other side of that, too, though, all of those guys, when they came in the league was by far older, more established, more veteran presence.
There's no social media.
No social media, but there were vets to actually teach these guys.
I'm sorry.
So
I'm sorry. I do not acknowledge or accept that side because you made the same mistake twice. And don't do the lighter thing. And, celebrities, especially athletes, well, I mean, everybody has a dumb moment, but they know that everything they do is, if they don't put it on, somebody else might. And if you have your homeboy rolling beside you, don't even start with me. Don't at me. Don't comment. Don't say it was a lighter. We all know it wasn't a lighter. You know why? Because the NBA has people that investigate this kind of stuff that's what they do for life. That's what they do. So you're telling me that they're getting tricked by a lighter. And this is the second time he did it. And you know what else really pisses me off? Because I was actually more pro-Ja before this. There are a ton of people, a multitude of celebrities that actually reached out to, analysts like Stephen A. Smith and other people saying, hey, listen, have him get in touch with us, including Lil Wayne. I want to mentor him. Nothing, not a peep back from what I understand and for what was told anyway. Now it's the second time. And here's the other part of it. The Players Association thinks that this punishment was egregious and unnecessary. And, a friend of the show, our friend Gabe Hunterton said, well, the Players Association, their job is to protect the players. You know how I think they could best protect Ja is by saying, okay, this is the punishment. We agree there needs to be some type of consequence. Help him, get his credibility back. And also thank Adam Silver that it wasn't a season-long suspension. That's how they can help him. I'm sorry, this type of stupidity twice, I think it should have been a season-long.
George, was the lighter real, fake, or foul?
Was the lighter real?
Mm-hmm.
The lighter?
Well, because did you see that he had posted something, I guess, back in May, but then immediately took it down and then used that as evidence to the NBA that it was a lighter. It wasn't a gun. It was actually a lighter.
Are you fucking serious? He really said that?
Yeah, that's what Ro was talking. Yeah, that's.
I'm sorry, Ro. For me, I'm in the same boat as you. I mean, there is hopefully now that the punishment has been given out, we don't have to talk about John Morant now for a minute, unless he fucks up catastrophically again. He's really got to work his way back into us respecting him. That was a bad move on his part. I was just reading here that Nike said that they weren't going to cut ties with him.
Yep, no, and of course not now.
Which was very, very interesting to me, because you figure your brands would probably be the first one to be like, this isn't a good look. But I mean, Nike's got that power. I would say Nike's more powerful than
I think
NBA.
It's all timing. And here's why. Juneteenth, I didn't even cut you off, Georgie, but Juneteenth, number one. Number two, Ja is, everybody that's talking about sports, he's in their mouth in one way or another. And he apologized again. And now it's like that meme. Like that Stephen A. Smith meme when it was like, Andy Dalton pumps back, or Dak Prescott pumps back to throw, and it's like Stephen A. going, nobody believes you. I think what Nike is doing is giving him the benefit of the doubt. There's just, and also I think when you've wholeheartedly supported Colin Kaepernick, and you are saying essentially you got to give people a chance, people need to be heard, people do this, and we back them if they're wholehearted, and people, we stand behind people who say they are who they are and change the culture, change the game. So I understand that. But one more mistake? Come on.
I mean, look, to your point, Nike's not going to let him go simply for the fact that their roster is now getting older. You think of Kevin Durant, you think of LeBron, Zion's not working out. So when you look at their roster is older. So you don't want to just slash and burn a transcendent potentially star. Now he is a little bit injury prone and he hasn't been playing seasons anyway. But this is about the bottom line. If he would have got suspended for the year, I think they definitely would have a conversation about it.
Yeah.
But him being suspended for 25 games, I think that's the reason for Nike. As far as the toy gun, no, I don't buy it, but it was definitely advantageous on his part to try to get ahead of the narrative and be like, oh no, it was a lighter. It looks the same, because some of those lighters do look like guns. I'm not going to fake. And especially that quick.
So your homeboy is in the passenger seat waving a lighter?
And your homeboy was smart enough to not even keep the camera on you for more than a hundredth of a second.
Which goes more to my point. If it was just a lighter, then why do that?
He wouldn't have done it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, all of those things for sure. But you do get ahead of it, so that does maybe give you some grace with the league. Like, well, we can't irrefutably state that it wasn't a lighter. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
he doesn't care.
Well, there's some more NBA news to talk about, especially for me as a Wizards fan. The Bradley Beal years might be at end. When I initially was making the show flow, it was between Miami and the Suns, and I was thinking about, which deal is better? It was basically the equivalent of being slapped in the face or punched in the gut. Which one do you like better? And I think I got punched in the gut because if the reports are true, the Phoenix Suns are getting Bradley Beal for Chris Paul, Landry Shamet, a bunch of twos, and some pick swaps. Yuck. Rosine, how do you feel?
The Suns are under new ownership. So I can see, given how they ended their season this past, recently, I get it. But this is why it doesn't make sense to me. Bradley Beal doesn't add the glaring part of the Suns watching them play was their lack of depth in the bench or their lack of depth, period. Bradley Beal doesn't add to that for me. He doesn't. That's why it doesn't make sense. So now you have Kevin Durant, you have Devin Booker, you have Bradley Beal.
And DeAndre Ayton still.
Yeah, but here's the thing about DeAndre. He's already been complaining about not taking enough shots, not being given the ball enough.
These are more shots that are being taken out my mouth.
These are more shots that are going to be taken from him. So now everybody, I don't think this will end well.
For me, I think that the NBA needs to turn their 2K settings on these trades, because there's no way, like, if you approach the Suns on 2K with this deal, they're looking at you like, the Wizards are looking at you like, no, what the heck are you talking about?
Awful.
There's no way possible that this is a good deal. It doesn't get my team better tomorrow. It doesn't get my team better in the next 4 years. So I'd much rather run it out as is or get a better deal. The deal with the Heat at least was better on paper. Kyle Lowry has finals championship medal. Duncan Robinson has finals medal. He's been to the finals. And then when you start talking about their picks, they have picks. The Suns don't have any picks because they gave them all away for Kevin Durant.
That's right.
So it's like, what are we doing? It doesn't scream out to me. George, what do you got?
It's Kevin Durant's finally got the power that he wants. Like, I think this is his passion project. If Kevin Durant hasn't done anything in the league, it's be like that player, coach, manager that LeBron is. And I think this is him like saying, all right, no, you guys are going to listen to me. Monty's gone. We're bringing in Vogel. Go get Beal for me. Make it happen now. And he sits at the king's chair. It'd be hard for me not to think that he has the majority influence in that entire organization.
You know what? George made a great point. I actually forgot that Frank Vogel.
Yeah. Frank's the coach now.
I know. Remember, I sent it. But I forgot. But you are so right, George. And I didn't even think about that piece of the puzzle. I don't think Kevin Durant can ever have that type of voice that LeBron does, though.
I don't think so either.
No, and he doesn't have that type of personality.
Correct.
Personally. That's the personality for me. He's seen that when he won a championship, he had help. He had legitimate help. Does this make the Suns title contenders? I don't know that it does, because I still wouldn't say that they're better than the Nuggets.
Nobody's better than the Nuggets.
I mean, in the short run, in the short term, because listen, the Nuggets have this roster for at least, especially if they go get Brown back, if they bring him back, they've got this roster for the next 2 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I mean, it does make them better, because Chris Paul is always hurt and he's now aging. So it does make them better tomorrow. It does not do anything for my Wizards. So,
well, I think Chris Paul's going to end up with the Lakers.
I saw Clippers was a possible option, but I don't know. I mean, I don't think the Wizards want him either.
Well, I mean,
I don't think he.
You don't think it's done. You don't think it's done.
Well, no, because from what I heard, it's like they're looking to wrap other people into this deal. So I think the Wizards have something else in play.
Okay.
They don't want Russell Westbrook back.
I mean, shoot, I wouldn't be mad about it.
Like if they did a flip-flop with that.
Russ did fine with us.
Would you take Chris Paul or would you take Russell Westbrook?
I would take Russ every day of the week.
Okay.
I would because on my team, Russ is Russ.
Yeah. He's full.
Yeah.
We saw what Russ could do in the playoffs. The second Paul George and Kawhi shut it down, Russ went and got you 40 and 15 and 16.
And I bring this up all the time, but before Jokic, obviously, Russ was the triple-double king.
Yes. I will say that that Jokic's version of that triple-double did appear to be more dominant. Because Russ's usage was so... Yeah, I mean, it was like...
Not only that,
Jokic
is consecutive.
I think it's efficiency.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, he was like Russ... It was his team play. Jokic, it was his team play, whereas Russ, a lot of it kind of orbited him. Jokic was cool with everybody else getting off.
Listen, and also Jokic doesn't let anybody get under his skin. Not that we see anyway. Yeah, Russ, you can't be fighting with the fans and hitting triple doubles. It just consistently just doesn't happen. Again, I think the Lakers move was a very interesting one for me. I was excited about it at first, and then they brought on Carmelo. I'm like, why?
Oh, okay. All right. Let's shift gears over to the NBA draft. Obviously, Victor Wembanyama is the first overall pick for the Spurs. Allegedly, we don't know if the Spurs are going to move it, but I highly doubt they would without getting literally your franchise. After Wemby, what prospects are we excited to see? I'll start with George. George, do you have anybody that you're excited with?
Man,
I know none of us really watch college hoops like that.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to think if there's like a standout stud. I know Duke had some pretty
I'm excited about
lengthy kids this year. I don't know a single name though.
I'm excited about Scoot Henderson.
God dang it, you took mine.
Scoot. Oh, how can I forget about little Scoot? Yes.
What are you excited about?
Marietta, 6'2", he's from the G League. He is extremely versatile. Unlike Victor, because Victor here, if you were to ask me based off what I've seen with Victor Wembanyama, what I think is a con, he's really prone to turnovers and he takes wild shots sometimes. And his frame kind of like he's 7'4", so he, that quick pivot isn't as easy for him. Now it is for Scoot. I'm excited about Scoot Henderson.
Well, I'll tell you why I was excited about Scoot. First, as Rose said, he was on the G League, but he was actually on the G League Ignite, which was here in Vegas. So I saw Scoot play 3 times this year. And he, listen, if there's going to be a second tier, he's definitely a great part of that second tier for this draft. There's also the those twins that played for overtime.
The brothers,
elite,
yes.
that I'm excited to see. I
What
didn't
is
know
it,
much.
Eamon Thompson?
One of them's name is Eamon. I think Ashur or something like that. And so excited to see something else from them. It's definitely a guard league, so the guards coming in.
One other player that I'm excited about is Brandon Miller, and he's from Bama.
Oh yeah, that was him and John Morant on the same team. Let's make it happen.
I mean, 6'9", strong shooter, like dominant, plays defense like a mother.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, you said strong shooter.
Yes.
Do you guys remember his little case that he had?
Strong shooter.
That was
fair.
no pun intended.
Fair, George.
Dude, I lost.
You know what? That was
fair, George.
fair.
I'm sorry.
Oh crap! I forgot that.
I forgot
that's that
about
guy.
that.
So
Yeah,
so the Wizards are supposed to be drafting him because he's supposed to drop to 8, and so they're talking. Oh, daggone it! I didn't know that was that one.
It's all right.
I forgot about that
College
too.
baggage, bro. It's college baggage.
Yeah.
Hey, I got Drew Timme. Drew Timme's a kid that I watched literally
Gonzaga.
since I was in high school. I've been seeing Instagram clips of him. Hopefully he pans out. I think he plays better with the handlebar stash.
Drew Timme is 28 years old right now, dog.
The Celtics are. That's so
Drew
true.
Timme right now is icing his knees already. Like,
Hey, you know what though? He's actually only 22. Like I thought that this past year when they were in the in March Madness, I was like, good Jesus, this child got to be 25. And I looked it up. I was like, wow, that's what it feels like to have a senior that plays all 4 years.
But you know who else is Cam Whitmore from Villanova?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They said that not Chet Holmgren. Drew Timme is projected to go 47th to the Lakers, according to SportsIllustrated.com.
Look, listen, that should be a good draft pick, but the way the Lakers are constructed and the way they run their team right now, no, that's not a LeBron pick, and that's not a pick for the next year for them. So he didn't really help them.
But I will tell you the one thing about the Lakers is they showed up with defense. Okay, not against the Nuggets at all, but against everybody else. Because I will say about Anthony Davis, nobody's expecting like an offensive play from him. Nobody's expecting points and points. He kept them together. Anthony Davis is him and Rui are the two reasons that they even made it as far as they did. I didn't have them making the plan. I was surprised that they did.
Not Austin Reeves?
No. Kyle brought it.
Okay. All right.
Kyle brought it.
Kyle is also leaving the building. He will be gone shortly.
You don't know that.
Shoot.
You don't know that. I think the Lakers are going
to... Look, the Orlando Magic should give him $30 million, and I am saying that with a straight face.
He can go die in Orlando? No, you keep him with the Lakers.
You want me to tell you why I think that, though?
Yeah.
Paolo. They put him next to, Austin Reeves is 23, 24. You put him next to Paolo, who doesn't have a guard that's an attacking guard. That actually starts to give them a solid young nucleus. You draft, because they should have another high pick. You draft well, you keep building. That's how you ball.
Well, it makes sense. What I'm saying is I don't want him to leave the Lakers.
Yeah, well, I don't think the Lakers can keep him. I think he's going to get Jeremy Lin. He's going to get Jeremy Lin going to Houston Rockets. Sorry, Knicks. Yeah. That's what I think is going to happen.
Jeremy Lin
going to Rockets. Hey, so you can't pay $1 more than this? Oh, okay. Yep. He's coming to our team for $1.
But I hate that the whole team stopped still for LeBron. It's everybody else is putting moves in motion. Everybody's trying to plan out the next 2 to 5 years with their teams. The Lakers can't do anything.
You're stuck. That is why that whole LeBron situation is.
No. After you get swept, again, love-hate relationship. After you get swept, now you just can't leave. You got to sit down and you got to listen to the rest of us.
LeBron is definitely working his magic and is like, all right, Chris Paul is going to end up with the Wizards. How can we get Chris Paul to be a part of the Lakers?
But Chris Paul would be of benefit to I think he would, because he brings a vision that the youngins don't have. But for how long until he gets injured?
You know when Chris Paul would have been a benefit to your Lakers? When David Stern was like, denied, that trade can't go through.
Yes,
that was when he was a benefit. Now it's like, no, we don't need these problems in LA.
Dude.
And if you're injury prone, Los Angeles is not the city for you. It's like when Derrick Rose went to New York. I'm like, everybody bubble wrap him right now. Do not let this man on the subway.
Do not let him walk down the subway steps.
At all. He'll step on piss and fucking break his back.
Oh my God. All right. Draymond Green just declined this morning. He declined his $27 million opt-in. I think it's a good idea, but I understand why trying to play the long-term deal, I guess. Ro, what do you think? Do you think he should have just played it out and taken his $27 million?
This is all ridiculous. He's not going anywhere.
I don't know. Signing trades too. So one way to get him out of there is signing trades.
The reason that he thrives where he does is because everybody understands him and they let them be him, including Steph, including Clay, including Poole. They let Draymond be Draymond. They know when to take him out. The coach knows when to take him out and when to leave him in. He serves a purpose. Everybody that you talk to will be like, yeah, no, I like, why would he do that? Well, what a jerk off. But I'd want him on my team. Okay, when you have a chemistry where everybody knows how you work, just like Dennis Rodman when he played with the Bulls, and he would be, he would have benders for 2 days in Vegas, and Phil Jackson, once he saw that Dennis Rodman was still showing up to practice and having a ridiculous game, having 12 to 15 rebounds, he just let him be Dennis. And I think that Draymond should just stay where he is.
Look, he should. He should. Him, Clay, and Steph should retire as Warriors, not only to show players coming in the league that they can play on one team for the entirety of their career, but that it can work. And there is a legacy that you build. To just go chase another 20 million, 30 million to go play in Memphis or play in Atlanta, it isn't good for your brand, at least from my perspective. We'll see. We'll see what ends up happening.
We had a tweet here 12 minutes ago. This is Mike Dunleavy Jr. talking about Draymond. So
wait. Is Mike Dunleavy Jr. the new GM?
I'll do some Googling.
What the name?
But I don't think it's new GM, but I think he definitely is.
He's in a suit.
All right, he's in a suit talking about Draymond. Here we go.
Go ahead.
You said there aren't that many huge decisions to make, but obviously most of us on the way driving over here heard about Draymond opting out. And one, were you expecting that? And two, I mean, you are getting thrown kind of right into the fire of a pretty critical summer for this team as terms of what it's going to look like in the future. Just, are you prepared for that? And again, were you surprised about Draymond?
Yeah, so I saw the report too. Until we get the paperwork and the filing, we can't really comment or say much. So I will say, I think Steve has said it, and I'll reiterate, we really want Draymond back. What he means to this organization, this team, in terms of trying to win at the highest level, we feel like we have to have him. So that's very important. Beyond that, yeah, I mean, I think a lot can be made of all the challenges that are coming our way, whether it be aging roster, the new CBA with some of the limitations there, anything else you can bring up. But we're aware of all those things, but we also feel like we're in a great place because we've got a competitive owner willing to spend and a group that's really tied in. It's got good synergy, good processes, good sound decision making. So we feel confident we can navigate it.
That sounded like the GM to me.
Me too.
He is the GM.
He is the GM now. He also needs a sandwich, Mike Dunleavy. I don't like
a sandwich.
I don't like the Skeletor cheekbones right now. It's looking a little gaught. You need some food.
I like it. It's giving Kate Moss.
it's what was that heroin chic?
No. I didn't say that. I said it's just giving Kate Moss.
He's got that.
Wasn't that the heroin chic era though? That's what it was called.
It was the grunge era.
Oh my God.
He's
All
on that
right.
Sausalito snow a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He's feeling it out there.
Oh my God. All right. Before we get out of the NBA, this is our last time to give the Denver Nuggets their flowers. So I just want to say congratulations again to the Nuggets. Congratulations to all the fans that I met while I was in Denver, all the fans that Ro's going to meet the next time she goes, because we going to keep elevating this thing. Ro, you have any final words for the Nuggets in the NBA season?
No, I'm happy for them. You know, they really deserved it. They outplayed everybody. It wasn't even a fair shake. They were dominant. They deserved it. They never let up steam. And I don't understand anybody that can hate like Nikola Jokic. He's like such a nice guy. He's so dedicated to his craft and his family. You could tell that team is just so glued in together. They work well. I'm really excited to see if they can run it back.
Yeah. George, what about you? You got any parting words to the Nuggets?
They will not win the title if they do not try to break the record for most wins in the regular season. Period, point blank. They're a all gas, no brakes kind of team. If they think after 1 year, all right, let's play the rest game with our stars. Like, no. You go for it. You know, the Warriors, that magical year, that was a fluke. All right. You know, it's 1 out of 35 times in the NBA Finals where teams come back down 3-1. But that year they would have done it. They would have had the greatest season ever. I think the Nuggets are fully capable of doing that. And if they don't live up to that potential, and I know that's a high bar to set.
That's a high bar. 74 wins. That's 8 losses.
Hey, but with the way that they played down the stretch there, you know, if they're able to translate even just, I would say 75% of it, with all these weak-ass teams that are fucking sitting people every goddamn night, they should be able to
Don't get me started.
steamroll
And
people.
all these super teams.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This was a team that was built. Please also do not listen to George. You better arrest that big fella. Don't.
All gas, no break.
Yeah. You don't listen to George at all. He can play 70 games. 68 is about the magic number, sweet spot. Let those big feet rest. Switching gears over to college hoops, actually, Bob Huggins got a DUI over the weekend on Saturday, on Friday, actually, because Ro and I were talking about it on Saturday.
Josh was over because we were plotting and scheming and figuring things out for Summer League. But I thought that he got pulled over. I'm sorry for everybody that lives. I mean, I don't mean any harm to anybody that lives in West Virginia, but I thought he got pulled over in West Virginia. I'm like, well, what are your options to do in West Virginia? I'm like, it's either fuck your sister or drink.
There is no Uber. There's no Uber in West Virginia.
Like, what are you gonna do? I mean, but again, that was very, you know, vulgar and tongue-in-cheek, but I am very funny. But then Josh pulled it up. He's like, no, you got pulled over in Pittsburgh.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Not much better, but you know, it is like. Ugh.
So you resigned.
Bob Huggins has officially resigned, and I think this is more than likely the end of Bob Huggins. So, Bob Huggins in Cincinnati was still some of the best teams that I feel like were ever produced for college teams that didn't win titles.
I was more upset about Huggy Bear retiring from the radio.
I'm dead. I'm so dead with you. Oh my God. All right. That's it for college hoops. NHL, the Vegas Golden Knights got it done.
I see a lot of brand new bumper stickers. I see a lot of brand new license plate holders.
So for a fan base that doesn't know what hybrid icing is, congrats.
Yes.
I love how you took congrats, Rick. Congrats.
Yeah, that's from you. Congrats.
No, go Knights go. I was excited to see them win. No, really, greatest expansion team of all time right now.
It's secured. It was already secured, but it's lock, stock, and barrel. It's lock, stock, and barrel now. George, did you go out to the parade and get us some daggone footage? Jesus Christ, George.
I spend time with my family, man.
That's
okay?
that's right. That's right.
You know, I'm a family man, and I was watching the parade on TV. I found it hilarious. There was a moment on Channel 8 where the guy who was standing there, very tough announcing job, by the way. It's very similar to New Year's Eve where it's just like, there's nothing happening. Just keep talking. Right? And this dude's like, and there's plenty of AR-15s out here tonight. Everybody is very safe. And then like cut to somebody else quickly. Like, I can only imagine in the control room, they're like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about right now? Like, can we not say there's AR-15s down here? Like, that's not good.
I tried to make Josh go to the parade. I'm like, let it just go. Let it just go.
You'd have been safe. You'd have been very safe.
I kind of wanted to go, but I know that Ro and I had to meet and get things, keep working. So, and it was kind of last second anyway, because I also thought that the U.S. men's national team game, the championship, was on Saturday, not Sunday. So that I was kind of planning around that too. So that was my and screw that. I'm not a Knights fan.
I'm really happy for them. I'm happy for them. I think what they've accomplished is amazing. Bill Foley called it, which was like, wow. I love Marcia So. I also love Aiden Hill. But more than anything, I'm happy for Marcia So. So congrats to the Golden Knights.
Yes. Back to back, baby. Back to back. Very tough to do in hockey. I was going to bring up, out of all sports, to go back to back is probably the toughest sport. To go back to back.
I don't.
Yes and no.
I don't agree. I think no. I don't agree.
Yeah. Well, I
think baseball is. I think baseball is.
It's tough in every sport. I know every sport has its caveats.
Yes.
Interesting. That's actually a really, really.
Maybe we should save
football.
that segment.
No, we can talk. We got some time.
I was thinking about football, but I think about the amount of games that go into baseball, and you think, because we'll get into MLB, but look at like.
Okay, let's talk about. Let's go one at a time. Go ahead.
Oh,
go. You want to start with MLB? Go with MLB first.
All right, so I'm gonna talk about my division. Okay.
All right.
So the Lakers, they might as well be. The Yankees make me want to set myself on fire right now. There's a lot of things happening. Aaron Judge has been out. Their bullpen rotation can't adjust. They can't pivot. Giancarlo Stanton is back from injury, but he's in a hitting slump. We got fucking whacked. We got clapped by the Red Sox. I don't care if it was any other team, okay? I really, maybe the Astros would have bothered me. The way the Red Sox clapped our cheeks, I am so fucking disgusted right now, okay? There are so many things that you could do that don't take Aaron Judge to be there. They don't take Giancarlo Stanton not being in a hitting slump. Have your rotational pitchers fucking adjust. If you see their batters are hitting those sliders and you see them hitting them fastballs, adjust. I am not a coach. I can't imagine what it's like to be one. They are in third place, okay? Rays are number 1 currently. The Orioles, I believe, are number 2. We're number 3. I believe the Red Sox and that other team, they're
Blue Jays.
The Blue Jays, they're all like 2 games behind us, so they're tied for 4th and 5th. But the fact that everything has to rest on Aaron Judge, because what happens is now when he's not there, the team morale's done. And you have Aaron Boone not understand. Now, first of all, I thought your issue was post-game bullpen management. Now it's regular season where you've always thrived. I am so confused. And the rotational hitters, why not use a designated hitter when needed? I am so frustrated with the Yankees right now. And first of all, we got swept in this past doubleheader. And one of the games, we lost 15-3 as a Yankees fan. And Boston's not even fucking good, right? We got clapped.
Boston's in last place. Boston is...
Yeah, they're tied with the Blue Jays.
No, Blue Jays are 2 games ahead of them.
Oh, are they now?
Yeah.
Oh,
30.
okay.
Blue Jays are 39-34.
So we got clapped by the last place team of the division. Congrats, Yankees.
All right. Yankees are 5 games behind Baltimore. Baltimore, as I was telling you over at your house on Saturday, my Cubs actually beat. We won that series. We beat the Orioles 2 out of 3.
You gotta love a Cubs fan. No matter what's going on, they always want some kind of praise. Like, we played the Orioles, used to say thank you to us. Meanwhile, how many pennants do you have? We're fine. Thanks.
Yikes. My team's trash.
I'm sorry. I'm projecting my Yankees anger.
We've been injured, but you know what I mean? The Cubs are 4 games out of first in our division. So,
Trash.
Anyway, we are trash. We can
Start
go,
of the Yankees right now. Shame on you.
We can go quickly through everybody. The Central Division right now, the Twins are still playing really well, but they're also 500. So the AL Central get better. The AL West, the Texas Rangers are playing great right now.
They're playing lights out.
I mean, you got a freaking $1,200 right on that right there.
Oh, and what, the division?
No, to win the World Series. But
Oh, okay.
20 to win 1,200.
Who made you put that bet in?
John Orlando.
Oh,
He told me like literally opening day. He's like, Rangers, they're gonna win it all.
wow.
And they're my new favorite baseball team this year.
All right.
This year, huh?
Adolis Garcia. Yeah. I have to watch a sport a minimum of, I would say, like 20% of the season for me to consider that I've really watched it. I barely met the quota this year with the Knights.
So you don't have a team?
No, not like I will do this in baseball until I watch it more. Like respectfully,
Not a baseball team.
Yeah, like this year it's the Rangers, so like ride or die, baby. Let's go first in the AL West, and
He's betting. He's cheering with his money.
yeah, I'm cheering with my money. This year.
Cheering with his
I
money.
was a Dodger fan, but you're gonna respect me for this. I didn't watch games. We were winning shit, and I would consider myself a fan. I couldn't name you fucking 7 players on our roster. That's a bullshit fan, right?
Respect.
So I said I have not earned the Dodgers fandom respect.
Okay.
So I stepped down.
But you can't earn any fandom respect if you jump teams.
Oh, well, he's cheering with his money. He's not really cheering for the
Well,
Rangers.
then just say that. Just say, I bet. I don't really care who wins.
He was saying he doesn't have a team. He's cheering with his money.
Well, then you'll be happy to know that the Dodgers are doing like the worst that they've done in a really long time.
Dodgers,
It was the perfect time to jump ship.
There we go. That was rather convenient, George. I will give you that. Switching over to the National League, the Braves are playing well. The Marlins actually aren't playing bad. Marlins are 10 games over 500 right now. Again, the NL Central is trash.
I will say though, even though like our division, like I'm mad at my team and everything else, the Braves have 46 wins. The Phillies have 38 wins and they're in third place. The Yankees have 39. That particular division, I would say it's the hardest division. It's the strongest division in all of baseball.
Definitely.
So even though we're in third place, we still have 39 wins, which is
you're a wild card team. You're tied right now with the Astros to be the third wild card team. So you guys are in the playoffs. Yeah, I mean, whether you're fourth or in the division or not, right now your division is the best in baseball.
Everybody has a positive run differential in your division, only division in baseball.
Yeah.
And you know what? Don't sleep on the Diamondbacks. I'll say that.
No, Diamondbacks are 14 games above 500. The Giants are nipping at their heels. But as Ro always says, it is also still June. So most of us, we don't even really pay attention to baseball until mid-July.
I'll tell you what it is. It's always a sprint at the end.
Yes.
It's like, all right, because I will start paying attention, and I hate to say that, well, unless we're playing, that team. I will start watching like if the Yankees are on, I'll leave it on, of course. But I start watching every game that I possibly can starting August.
Okay. All right. For me, it usually starts when my teams are out of the playoffs. So yeah, we've been watching for a little bit now. Off and on.
Do you have a secondary team?
Yeah, the Yankees. I cheer for the Yankees.
Oh, that's right. You do.
I cheer for the Yankees. Those are the only two teams I actually will follow. I don't follow the Yankees as strong as I used to, but I still know most of the players and how they're playing.
It'll save you a lot of heartburn right now anyway.
Yeah. It's right now. Not a problem. But back to what we were talking about before in terms of what is the hardest sport to go back-to-back in?
Baseball.
You're saying baseball. George, you said hockey?
Yeah. Hockey.
I'm gonna say football, just simply for the mere fact of injuries and how big, one injury can completely derail a team. Football, you lose your quarterback, that's the season.
But let's look at the numbers though. Let's look at how many teams have gone back to back in football. Let's look at how many teams have gone back to back in baseball and back to back in hockey.
Shoot, the Yankees almost went back to back.
Okay, but that was honestly, I don't want to sound like a Cowboys fan, so it wasn't.
It doesn't happen often. I will give you that.
You know what I mean? So, so with football, we can talk back-to-back teams. Of course, the Patriots It was the Dallas Cowboys in the 80s.
No, in the 90s.
In the 90s, I'm sorry.
92 and 93. The Broncos went to back-to-back, 97 and 98.
Keep going.
The 49ers.
You are correct.
But
the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Correct.
But nobody in the
Pittsburgh
2000s
Steelers did it
really.
twice.
Yeah. But nobody really in the 2000s outside of the Patriots.
Okay, so let's just stop there, right? How many back-to-back NHL teams?
Shoot, plenty. There's been dynasties. Most recently, the Penguins. The Penguins, they kept freaking going through my team to get to the Stanley Cup.
Okay.
Penguins did it. The Blackhawks did it.
Okay.
Obviously, the Edmonton Oilers did it.
The Kings did it in the 80s, I believe.
No,
they didn't go back-to-back?
No, the Kings didn't win a Stanley Cup in the 80s. Wayne Gretzky never won a cup with the Kings.
Why am I thinking the Kings went back-to-back?
No, they tried.
Okay.
They got close, but they never won.
All right, so you're saying that there's a handful of NHL teams
Oh,
then.
shit, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many times has a baseball team gone back-to-back?
In the last 30 years?
Well, I mean, give it the same date range that we're giving
We're
everybody.
giving everything else. Obviously, the Yankees. The Giants did it recently, right? I want to say the Giants, the San Francisco Giants did it.
Astros, I think.
Astros did not do it. They've
Not
won.
back-to-back?
No, but
Oh,
they've
like
won
the
every
other
other
year.
year.
Yeah.
You know what? You're right. That's what the Giants kept doing. The Giants kept winning every odd year. Remember, they were like the Spurs.
Yes.
They'd win one, they'd lose, and they'd win the next year.
Okay, see? You're hard-pressed to think about.
So, yeah, I can hit you with I got
Go
them
ahead,
all
George.
pulled. So now, are we starting in the 60s?
No. We'll go 75 down.
So the A's did it 72 to 74.
Yep.
They won 3 straight.
Mm-hmm.
The Reds won it 75,
Yes.
76. Then in 77, 78, the Yankees. Then it didn't happen again until 92, 93 with the Blue
Jays, yes.
Then the Yankees 98 to 2000, and that was it.
Okay.
Hasn't happened again since.
Hasn't yet to happen since 2000.
So I would say that
Yankees.
baseball is the hardest sport to go back-to-back in.
Based on the numbers, yeah.
In this era,
Oh,
I would say.
Jesus. We gave the same time range. Josh, stop it.
Go ahead and pull up football.
Football, it was 8 teams.
Okay.
It was Packers in Super Bowl 1 and 2, Dolphins.
No, he's going back to Packers in Super Bowl 1 and 2.
Well, no, I mean,
With those leather helmets.
so the last time was
He went back to Bart Starr in the Ice
Dude,
Bowl.
yeah.
when they were smoking cigarettes and doing calisthenics.
You boys are stretching. What even is that?
What the hell's going on out here?
Oh my God, we watched Any Given Sunday.
We did on Saturday.
Oh my
yeah.
God, I forgot.
Yeah.
George, tell me you watched Any Given.
Yes.
All right, that's a football movie though.
You got to
too.
fight for that inch.
That was really
You
good.
claw with your fingernails for that
That was
inch.
really good.
Dude, Jamie Foxx murdered that role.
So did Lawrence Taylor.
He did.
Yes.
LL, everybody was good in that one. Everybody did a good job in that one.
Even Aaron Eckhart.
Yes. He was a great doctor. Great doctor. But yeah, so all right, so
I guess it is baseball.
baseball then?
Yeah.
Shoot,
Yeah.
I'm still
Hockey
saying
threw me
football.
off, man. These hockey teams.
Well, see, hockey, the thing is, though, hockey, once they get that secret sauce of how to win, they don't have to be the best team in the regular season. They can get to the postseason, and as long as they have a goalie, they
So
know
I was
how
right,
to do
Josh?
it. I'm giving you a victory under protest.
Under duress.
I'm not claiming defeat on that one, but
I was right.
I mean, you know, the Yankees were the last ones to do it.
It doesn't matter. The whole point is what's harder.
There have been, I will say, I feel like there have been more dynasties or dynasty-ish teams in baseball over the last 20 years than they have been.
That's not the question.
I'm just saying.
That is a very valid point.
I'm just saying.
I felt the same way.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you both
the
it still
Dodgers-
doesn't make you right.
The
The
Dodgers-
question was, what's the hardest sport to go back to back in? We already answered it. Okay, wait. So staying on football, can we just talk about that ridiculous workout video?
Oh my goodness.
So this morning I was watching my ESPN. I was having my coffee, and I actually did I thought it was a music video at first, like an 80s music video.
Shut up. I still haven't watched it because I saw
Oh my God,
I
Josh.
looked at the
Okay.
clip when I was driving. Oh, here we go. Oh, give us the music.
Been grinding all my life, look, all my life. Been grinding all my life, sacrifice, hustle, pay the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why all my life. I've been grinding all my life.
Not with the ball.
I'm married to this game, that's who I made my wife. Said I die alone, I told that bitch she probably right. One thing that's for sure, not a stranger to this life. Gotta say
Kill the video. Kill the video.
He's
Kill the
getting
video.
ready. So 2 points I'd like to make. One, why didn't you make a workout video right at the first year after you signed a $200 million contract, like immediately thereafter? 2, you better hope you do something with this season because I'm going to pull this video back up when you don't. And 3, are you getting ready for curling in the Olympics?
Well,
what are you doing?
Well, okay. Well, all right. I'll come back to that point because I can at least give you what the workout is.
I understand the workout. I was being facetious.
Well,
What's niche?
don't you do that. Oh my God. First off, this is the reason why Beige Brothers take L's. This is the reason. Russell Wilson, light skin brothers.
Let him cook.
We took a L today.
Let him cook.
With this video. You're doing too much. The music is too much. I know that someone had to tell you who Nipsey Hussle was. It's not giving anything but sadness is what it's giving.
He actually requested El DeBarge.
Oh, you Shalimar bastard, you. Yeah, that's. Thank you, Ro. I did not see it, so I will go back and watch it again myself.
But
and
even
laugh
it's
later.
not like him on the field and somebody else is taking the footage. The camera is carefully placed. I love
It's a
it how
pre-position.
I love how he used the football to do the core ligament stretch.
Yeah, that's doing
Laces up too.
Wait, George, what movie, George?
I don't. Jesus.
We're ending the show. We're ending the show right here.
I'll end it right now. Okay, running the
We're ending the show right here.
Laces up?
George. Oh my God. Ray Finkel. Jim Carrey. That's one of his best roles he's ever had.
Oh,
Ace Ventura, the original Ace Ventura.
Oh, okay.
Ray Finkel.
But I don't remember that part of the movie. I don't remember Laces Up.
That's one of the biggest parts. He was the kicker.
God, I fucking suck.
I'm going to go buy me the Ray
Laces
Finkel.
out on the.
Well, no, it's Laces Up. Laces Up. No, you're right. Wait. Yeah. Crap. Now you got me. Now you got me thinking. I don't remember. But
But really, like everything about the video, it's like
you're doing too much.
you know what it is? It's like when you see somebody in their 50s that just got on TikTok and they're doing a dance, and you're like, oh my God.
Don't do that.
No, but you know what? I'm just, if I was an owner, I'd be so irritated that you didn't do this right after you signed a $200 million contract. So it took you being the worst. You had the worst passer ratings.
Like the worst QBR.
Yeah, and the lowest passing number in football last year. Why weren't you working out before then?
I mean, I'm not gonna say that he wasn't working out before.
Sean Payton was like, I better see you working out.
Jesus. You want this money? You're gonna work for it. All right. Well, let's go ahead and close the show. We got U.S. Open to talk about, a little bit of soccer. U.S. Open, Wyndham Clark wins his first major, beating out Rory McElroy by 1 stroke at 10 under par. I know George is gonna feel like me. Can Rickie Fowler ever get it done? It's just a sad bit of business. He was wire to wire. He was the leader first, second, third round, and then falls apart on a Sunday.
It looks like Rory should. I don't know. I think Rory will take this one.
What do you mean? No, it's over.
Oh, it's already over.
Yeah, Wyndham Clark, he won. He won.
He
yesterday.
won one. I'm sorry. I was
yesterday.
like watching something else. Sorry.
Yeah,
Did he
no.
win?
I mean, no, but Rory's in the same category, you know, like
he's won. Rory's got like 5 or 6.
Yeah, but I've been watching recently, and it's like the dude's constantly top 5, and then Sunday comes, and then, you know, hole 15, his drive just ends up on the other fairway.
Who do you think needs an interpreter more, him or Conor McGregor?
Oh, definitely Conor. Jesus.
Yeah.
Rory is.
Yeah,
Rory has tried to get better.
Yeah. Oh, he has. Yeah.
1,000%. Conor does not care.
Clearly.
Yeah. No, he doesn't.
Anybody that punches a mascot doesn't care.
I mean, that
we
man
didn't
had
even
a
talk about
wild
that.
night.
Wild.
That's a whole episode on its own.
God, we didn't even talk about that. That's what I needed to put in the show floor. I completely forgot. That's on me.
He's such an angry little leprechaun. He is.
Oh man, George, do you think Rickie can ever get it done?
Yeah, if he stops wearing his glasses like a fucking idiot. He wears his glasses like this. I don't, literally watch it. Like, I'm going to pull up a picture of him in his sunglasses. The day he fixes that, he'll win a fucking title. It's not that hard. It's not that hard.
Wait, really quick. What was I going to bring up? Oh my God, how funny was it that last week we were talking about when's Winning Time going to come back on again?
That day you you send me a
My
link.
cousin sent it to me
That's
because that's when the
crazy.
preview came out.
That's so
oh my God, I
crazy.
can't wait for this coming season.
It's so crazy. It's going to be really good. Really excited. I was talking to Ro. Really excited to see how they create the Larry Bird villain character, because that actor looks so much like Larry Bird, and if they really, really do a good job with it, I think he's going to be the
It
best
already
villain on
looks
TV.
like he's going to be lights out.
So great.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I can't wait to see it.
Looks good. And finally, in soccer, the U.S. men's national team win the CONCACAF Nations Cup. I was there for the Mexico-U.S. game. Absolutely crazy. The ratio was 9-1 Mexican fans to U.S. fans. It was a home road game, as I said.
That's a party.
It was not. Oh, there were fights everywhere. I was surrounded by
what was the
fights.
chant? I know we can't say it on air, but what was the chant? Me and my family have been...
It basically, there's two different interpretations. One, basically, you're calling someone a homophobic slur, the F word, and with that I ain't gonna say that on
Fun?
Good try. And the other way is you're calling them the B word. So it just depends on how you interpret it.
Gotcha.
But either way,
Bay?
I hate you.
They were, but to end the game because of it, or
no. So over the last, I'd say 3 years, Mexico has been fined, because these fans have been doing this chant for 15, 20 years.
Damn.
And over the last few years, because of all the discrimination, they've really started to, it was so funny because when they did it, first off, they didn't even have a chance to do it because our goalie Matt Turner never even saw the ball. So he didn't have to do a goal kick. So they didn't have a chance to really do it. And so when they finally did, they put up on the board like discrimination has no place in football, and the referee has halted play. If you continue to do discriminatory acts, the game will be ended. And so they did it again, and he let it ride. They didn't even say anything, and I was like, They did it a third time, and he was like, "That's it."
No way.
Yeah. So, but that's what they're saying. They say like, "Oh, Bula."
Oh, I've heard it.
Yeah.
I've seen it now.
Yeah.
What?
That's what they
And
say.
these soft ass, and they call themselves football. Give me a break. Come on.
But Greg Berhalter was rehired as the U.S. men's national team coach. I don't know how I feel about that. And I hope that the U.S. men's national team can pull off a Gold Cup win later this month.
I just hope that bust they made of Cristiano Ronaldo gets redone.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Oof.
Bad. This is Rickie Fowler's sunglasses, by the way. That's what I was telling you guys. Like, he wears them like a freaking weirdo. Like, they don't...
You know that that
unfortunate.
image just looks like it smells like skull.
Zin. It's actually Zin. He's zinned out. Zinned out of his mind. Right there.
Okay.
Fucking wintergreen 6 Zin right there.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much again for tuning in to another episode of the American Fan 365. Please make sure you like, share, repost, tag us in things. Also send us DMs with any questions or thoughts. We love to
Anything you want to talk about.
Yeah, we love to talk to all the fans. But Ro, any final words?
None. I'm really excited for football now. I want football to start. I'm ready. I'm getting mentally ready for it. College, pro. Let's get this draft done so we can all just focus on football again. Really, the greatest sport that ever was. American football. Okay.
Thank you.
Lord, I I need my football break, so I'm cool.
We've had it.
No, this is not enough time. I need to watch baseball now.
Well, you're a Commanders fan. That's different.
Oh, see, and then you have to take part.
Please sign Saquon. Please make it happen, Giants. I can't. If he goes someplace else, I will cry in my coffee. Okay.
He's not going anywhere. He just might not stay.
Okay, you guys, thank you so much for joining us again. We would love for you to follow us and keep following us on the American Fan 365 on YouTube, IG, and stream and download us and anywhere you usually get your podcasts. And the front row hearts you, as is Josh and Georgie.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Fan, short for fanatic, is the one who's screaming their lungs out in sub-zero degree temperatures, still believing when the chips are down, and never, ever giving up on their teams or their players. From the closest seat to the worst one, we want to meet you all. This is the American Fan.